The golden savanna grass trembles under the warm afternoon sun.
Suddenly, a swift snake darts across the dusty ground, seeking safety. From the shadows, a determined honey badger charges forward to hunt. And from the tall, dry grass, exceptionally long legs suddenly appear. A majestic secretary bird sprints into the clear, open savanna. Dry dust flies into the air as both predators spot the snake. The honey badger stands firm, refusing to yield its ground. The large secretary bird stomps the dirt with incredible speed. They face off intensely over the exact same valuable prey. Neither of them blinks, and neither of them backs down. This is the ultimate secretary bird versus honey badger showdown. The Savannah Grassland Titans clash, and the battle starts right now. Let's admire the majestic secretary bird, nearly 4 feet tall. With powerful legs like pistons, it is the master of the plains. Meanwhile, the low-lying honey badger possesses tough skin and zero fear. Today, both of these fierce creatures desire the exact same prey. For our global viewers watching intense nature matchups around the world, this sequence showcases the wild wilderness at its most thrilling moment. There is no blood here, only tactical speed and pure determination. Our story begins on a hot, silent afternoon on the open plains. The honey badger carefully tracks a small snake through the dry grass. The chase begins as the snake suddenly turns to face its tracker. The aggressive honey badger approaches slowly, ready to attack at any moment. But the dusty ground shook as a large shadow was rapidly approaching. A majestic secretary bird runs in at full speed, intercepting them. The bird steps directly between the badger and the fleeing snake. It spreads its massive wings wide, ready to defend its claim. The bird stomps the ground with its incredibly strong yellow feet. The honey badger growls fiercely and begins to circle the bird. The tall secretary bird matches every single movement with absolute precision. Thick dust rises around their feet as tension builds. For 30 long seconds, a tense and silent confrontation takes place. Both competitors wait for the perfect moment to claim the prize. Finally, the secretary bird darts forward with lightning-fast movement. With a precise strike, the bird secures the snake safely. The bird lifts off gracefully and flies away over the plains. Round 1 goes to the bird, leaving the badger behind. Now, Let us observe the secretary bird during its daily routine. The secretary bird walks up to 20 miles every single day. It steps, stomps, then steps again in a steady rhythm. It carefully hunts for small insects, lizards, and little forest rodents. A tiny grasshopper jumps, but a single stomp ends the hunt. A quick lizard runs, but the bird delivers 2 rapid strikes. The bird gathers the fresh food and prepares for the journey. It flies gracefully up to its massive, secure treetop nest. The nest is built high in a thorny green acacia tree. It rests safely over 30 feet above the wild savanna floor. Inside, 2 hungry little chicks are eagerly awaiting their parents. A caring parent will feed their child carefully, patiently, and meticulously. This delicate survival strategy ensures the next generation lives on. Meanwhile, the honey badger keeps moving across the hot territory. It uses its strong claws to flip heavy rocks easily. Under the rocks, it quickly found delicious beetles to eat. It digs deep into the dry earth to find nutritious roots. Eventually, the busy honey badger arrives at a crowded waterhole. A group of mighty lions is resting quietly nearby on rocks. The fearless badger walks right past them without any hesitation. The massive lions watch the creature closely, but do absolutely nothing.
Later that day, the persistent badger found a wild beehive.
It patiently endures the painful buzzing of hundreds of angry bees. With absolute determination, it persists until it enjoys the sweet honey. This is exactly why no predator wants to mess with it. As dusk settles over the vast savanna, the rematch begins. The elegant secretary bird is hunting in the dim evening light. Suddenly, the honey badger appears from the opposite side. They spot the same snake species, their ultimate shared prize. The 2 competitors immediately lock eyes across the dusty field. The secretary bird runs forward, while the honey badger charges. 2 prairie giants meet right in the middle of the dusty landscape. The bird stomps the dry ground to look much larger.
The badger arches its thick back, showing its fierce posture.
They circle each other warily, testing each other's defense limits. There is no physical contact, only pure and intense pressure. After a tense minute, the badger decides it is not worth it. The fearless honey badger turns around and calmly walks away. Round 2 is complete, and experience wins this peaceful confrontation.
So, let us ask, who is truly the better hunter?
The secretary bird wins with its incredible speed and long reach. It covers open ground rapidly and strikes fiercely from above. The bird stomps the dry ground to look much larger. No matter the challenge, the badger simply never gives up. Heavy scraping and determined breathing, accompanied by...
These two grassland champions do not hunt the same way. That is why both can thrive together in this savanna.
For our viewers worldwide, this represents nature at its peak. Two entirely different survival styles, sharing one vast, beautiful land. As Dr. Alan Reed, a wildlife researcher, explains in his research, these two creatures represent true masterclasses in wild survival strategy. Which of these grassland titans impressed you the most today? Subscribe for more rare wild matchups, and see you next time.